Good morning. Today is Thursday. It's election day, and it's the last day that our lives will make any sense. Because either Labour will get through and the world will change for the better, or the Conservatives will win, which is most likely, and I just don't know where I'm living. I don't want to think about it. I struggled to sleep last night because I was so about it. Let's not talk about it. I keep telling Andrew we're not allowed to talk about politics today.
You're telling off Andrew when he's
yes, and then it's all I talk about. So there you go. So ages ago, my friend Michael got me these amazing Lush things because we all know how much Lucy loves Lush. So I am gonna make the most of this Lush while I'm here. I tried to break it and it just didn't break, so I just put it in. Oh, look at the bubbles. Look at the bubbles. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm not gonna lie, after 2 days my legs are still killing me. This is so needed. And look how glittery the water is. You can see how pretty it is. Do you know what? I look like crap and I decided to stay at my dad's tonight, so I've got to be quiet. But I'm getting too excited. I've stayed up to watch the election and I've just discovered that Labour has just won a seat in Scotland and Wales. That's like incredible. Wales, Scotland, although they were always usually majority Labour, they side with SNP now, and that lost a lot of swing votes for us. So I decided every now and again, why not vlog this? This is literally something I genuinely believe in years' time. This is the day history classes are going to teach, and it's either going to be the day we stop World War III, or this is why it happened. And the fact Labour just won a seat in Scotland and Wales, it's getting my hopes up more than I want it to. Labour are currently in the lead by 60 seats, well not by 60 seats, with 60 seats, and Conservative have 45. It's close, but so far every Wales constituency except one has voted Labour, which is a big turnaround, big surprise. I just hope we could get more Labour voters in Scotland. I even have it so it's notifying me now. Labour was the first to break 100. Yes! Right, excuse this face. I've just had a face mask on and it's made me look like I've got brand new skin. But not the good kind, like the one that's still in the placenta kind, apparently. But yeah, so we all know how that worked out. It was hung parliament. It was actually a weird victory, regardless. Labour didn't win, but Labour won something like 30 seats, which is the best Labour has done in the last 5 elections or something. It was incredible. Corbyn, considering the £1 million smear campaign that Conservatives had paid for, it goes to show that yeah, it worked because he didn't win, but even through that, a lot of people saw through it and saw good in him, and he gained so many seats, and so many seats that the Conservatives lost their majority. The whole reason why they did this election is because May apparently wanted to increase her majority so they could do Brexit properly and everything else, and instead of increasing her majority, because they'd only won by a slim majority last time, they lost, I think, in total 10 seats, but it was enough for them to lose their majority, or was it more? But either way, they lost the majority. Although they had the highest amount of votes, you need to have at least 326 seats to have the full power in Parliament, and so they didn't have that many seats left. They need to do a coalition. So instead of saying, so one of the smear campaigns against Corbyn was that he was a terrorist sympathiser because when the IRA were bombing England, he had peace talks with them to try and end it. And basically, all he said was he can see why terrorists, you know, for one terrorist was another person's freedom fighter. Nelson Mandela was labelled a terrorist depending on what side you were on, you know. And basically, so he's not saying that he agrees with what they're doing, but he could understand why they were doing it, and he tried to end it. Oh my god, what a terrible man. However, May needs to do a coalition with another party, so she has majority vote. And who does she go to sign up with? The DUP. The DUP, who are the other side of the IRA, and actually have links to terrorism, not just within Ireland, but in South Africa. So, good one there, May, and no one seems to have a problem with that. Actually, it looks like quite a lot of people have a problem with it, and hopefully it'll never get through because of that. Also, apparently, my dad was telling me there's like a peace treaty that stopped all the IRA bombings, and it means that England has to stay completely neutral when it comes to Catholics and Protestants. And if we sign a coalition with the DUP, that's breaking that treaty, which could start the whole mess all over again. So I don't know what's going on there. A lot of people think there's going to be another election. Who knows? But at the moment, 2 weeks later, we still don't actually have a government, which is also terrifying because a lot of people worry that it's just an excuse to start a war, because you can start a war in a state of emergency if there is no government. So there we go, that's terrifying. But there we go, I'm not thinking about that. That's just scaring me. That's scary propaganda. But the point was, it was a win. Although Labour didn't win, it was a win for Labour. They won the battle. They haven't won the war, but it was a very good victory in the battle. I'm gonna go to bed now. I look tired, I look terrible. But there's a little mini politics lesson where 80% of that was almost definitely wrong. So there you go. Thank you, good night, bye bye.